I remember making a stream in which I prompted the AI, I prompted ChatGPT to roleplay as Jesus and tell me if Jesus would donate to Johnny Somali Legal Defense Fund. And ChatGPT, trying to simulate Jesus based on biblical accords and its entire knowledge of the Bible, said that no, Jesus would not help Johnny Somali because Jesus would only help you if you're trying to change, if you're trying to seek redemption, if you're looking at the things that you have done in the past and you genuinely have remorse over them and you want to turn a new page, only then would Jesus donate to your legal defense fund. But so far, Jesus sees no reason. Because Johnny Somali did regret the things that he did in Japan. And once he was freed, apparently didn't try to turn the page and start a new life. So I was a little bit curious. I was like, okay, well, if Jesus doesn't want to help him, would Satan try to help him? Would Satan donate to Johnny Somali's defense fund? I was thinking that, maybe Satan wants more evil into the world. But again, like ChatGPT using its extensive knowledge of all biblical accords and all of the sightings of Satan from various esoteric sources and all the data that ChatGPT has in its mind trying to simulate what would Satan do, comes to the conclusion that no, Satan would not help Johnny Somali because Johnny Somali is now worthless. He's not influencing anybody. He's no longer the king. Like back when Johnny Somali was at the peak of his career, maybe then Satan would use him as a tool. But apparently now Satan has no need for discarded pounds. So, no, Satan would not be interested in freeing Johnny Somali. And I was like, okay, what about other gods? What about other cultures? Would Odin try to free Johnny Somali? And ChatGPT said that no, the All-Father would probably test him, send him naked into the woods, see if he survives. But under no circumstance would he donate to Mr. Somali's defense fund. I was like, okay, but what about Loki? Loki surely no. No, Loki is interested in people that make pranks that have some meanings, that destabilize kingdoms, that are intelligent. Johnny Somali's pranks are like farting in a courthouse. Destabilizing, sure, but at a very small and local level. And so Loki would probably donate to Johnny Somali only so that he gets to feel as if he is free. But then in the last moment, Loki will take it all back. And that would be Loki's joke on him. And so I quickly realized that the entire pantheon of human existence, every single god, every single deity, regardless if they're evil or if they're benevolent, all of them, every single one, would not donate to Johnny Somali. And so I definitely think that what we are witnessing here is that every morality that humankind has mastered across time, across various civilizations, across people that never spoke with each other, they're all for the first time in unity and agreement that the way Johnny Somali has conducted himself is not okay. Because that's what it means, right? All the gods and all the pantheons, it's like what humanity created as moral systems. And so I gotta say, Christians, congratulations. Johnny Somali is making me believe that there may be something as a universal morality. There are certain instances where, every single person across time and space, looking at what Johnny Somali did, come to the conclusion that it's not okay. Now, I got into trouble because I like all the other gods. I like Jesus. I was like, holy shit, 46 years in prison, that's a little bit too much. Can't we go for 5? I was like Saul Goodman that sees Tuco in the desert and tries to convince them. It's like, okay, can we get it down a little bit? Can we get it down to 5 years rather than 20? Boy, did people hate. I lost subscribers because I said that. It's like, imagine someone flogging a man and it's 700 lashes. And I'm like, well, can't we give him 600? I'm not saying don't lash. I'm just saying, can we drop the number? Immediately people unsubscribe just by suggesting that. And so, like, if that's the hate boner for people that don't know him, I assume, like, that's the similar hate boner that the prosecutors have. And now they're charging additional stuff to him. Now, the thing that he did, like, I guess, like, most of the shit that he did in Eastern European countries would get people to cringe and eye roll, but they wouldn't consider it like it's such a detrimental danger for society that you need to lock up the man forever and throw away the key, right? Because, like, right now, he's getting more time than what terrorists would get. He's getting more time in prison than what murderers would get. And the question is why? And when you look at it, it's like a lot of crimes that have broken the letter of the law, and when you put them one next to the other, they add up. And so, for instance, like, he made a deep fake with him kissing a female streamer. Now, obviously, that's not okay. Obviously, that is, in some cases, like in Korea, it's punishable. But in their case, it's a sex crime. It's like raping someone. Right? Even though, like, it wasn't, like, pornography or hardcore, there was no nudity. Like, the simple act of displaying yourself in a deep fake kissing another person in Korea, that's a crime. I don't know if you knew or not, but it is. Dripping some water on a table in a store and then doing a foolish dance. In America, that's not a crime. In Korea, it is. Apparently, it's quite serious because you're destabilizing the business environment there. And so, all of these things put together, playing North Korean music in South Korea. Now, he didn't do it because, like, he actually wants to push for the North Korean regime. He did it because he thought he's going to get likes. Groping a statue. Like all of these things is why he doesn't think that he's going to end up in prison. Like, all of these things put together, which I agree, like, if you're a teenager and you're told someone else did it, you're like, I'm just like, he's not going to end up in prison, right? But for those of us who are adults and understand how the world works, it's like, no, he's kind of fucked. I mean, South Korea, if I'm not mistaken, has like a 90% conviction rate. Like, you're not going to get a prosecutor tarnish his name, especially when he's in the spotlight, especially when this is a international infamous celebrity and everyone is watching the case. You're not going to have the prosecutor botch it. No, I do think he's going to prison. And apparently, like, some of his crimes, especially like the recent ones, they're quite severe. One of them, apparently, like, he had the text-to-speech, right? Like, he was live streaming and he had text-to-speech. And he entered what appears to be a playground with children. And the people were starting to send pornographic messages, like not safe for work messages next to children. Now you can make the argument that, it wasn't him sending the messages. But, like, the moment that you hear, like you're sitting in front of a little girl, right? And you have, like, the chat open, and some twisted fuck in the chat, like, sends a message that sexualizes the kid in front of you. Any normal person in that situation would immediately just close down the stream. And they would apologize. It's like, oh my goodness, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't send that. Holy shit, right? That's what people would do. But, like, he continued playing it. And it's live streamed, right? Like, the evidence is right there. And apparently they found another one. Like, they found another case. On June 17, YouTuber Legal Mindset dropped a bomb. Johnny Somali is now facing a fresh investigation from September 13th, where Somali allegedly used text-to-speech messages involving inappropriate acts to children. And now they're looking into multiple possible violations of Article 17, which covers sexually harassing content involving minors. The penalty, up to 10 years in prison per violation, or fines around $36,000. Well, I think, like, at this point, he's banned from everywhere. He's looking at potentially life in prison. Like, how old is he? If he's getting, like, 40 years, right? How old is he? Is he 30? And you're going into a South Korean prison. Like, that's another aspect, right? You're not going into a prison where you speak your own language. You're getting into a prison of a different nationality. And you're going in with sex crimes? In Korea. Oof. Not good, chat. Not good. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.